Hello and welcome to HW News. The polls have returned to Jammu and Kashmir a year after the region was stripped of Article 370 and full statehood. With the polls, the politics has returned to the Union Territory and so has the name-calling or blame game. The District Development Council elections are going to be held in Jammu and Kashmir soon, and the political parties are gearing up for the first election post-Article 370 abrogation last year. The latest hit word in the Jammu and Kashmir politics is Gupkar Gang. The term coined by Home Minister Amit Shah sought to hit out at the leaders and political parties which are a part of People's Alliance of Gupkar Declaration. He called it an unholy global Gathbandhan which wants foreign forces to intervene in Jammu and Kashmir and want to take Jammu and Kashmir back to the era of terror and turmoil. Not only that, he also dragged the Congress party and said that the party should clarify whether they support this so-called Gupkar gang or not. Now, in a series of tweets, Amit Shah said that the Gupkar gang is going global. They want foreign forces to intervene in Jammu and Kashmir, and the Gupkar gang also insults India's tricolor. Do Sonia ji and Rahul ji support such moves of the Gupkar gang? They should make their stand crystal clear to the people of India. He then continued attacking the Congress party and said that Congress and the Gupkar gang want to take Jammu and Kashmir back to the era of terror and turmoil. They want to take away the rights of Dalits, women and tribals that we have ensured in removing Article 370. This is why they are being rejected by the people everywhere. Now, one has to also understand what was the reason that the Home Minister came down so heavily on the Gupkar alliance, calling it a Gupkar gang. We will get to it, but before that, let's understand what exactly is Gupkar alliance in the first place. On August 4, 2019, just a day before Jammu and Kashmir's special status was abolished, a group of prominent politicians from Jammu and Kashmir met in Gupkar, Srinagar and called for identity, autonomy and special status of Jammu and Kashmir. They issued a joint statement to defend. Since then, this statement is known as the Gupkar Declaration. In October this year, a total of 7 political parties in Jammu and Kashmir came together to announce the formation of an alliance which they call the People's Alliance of Gupkar Declaration, also known as PAGD. These 7 parties, National Conference, PDP, CPI, CPM, PC, JKPM and ANC, allied with an aim to restore Article 370 and thereby return Jammu and Kashmir to its special status, which was revoked last year, ensuing much debate. Farooq Abdullah of the National Conference was elected as the chairman of the PAGD, while PDP's Mehbooba Mufti was made the vice chairperson. Abdullah had earlier said that the alliance is an anti-BJP platform and not an anti-national one. Here is a question now which is worth exploring. Centre wanted the political process to begin in Jammu and Kashmir after a year-long stretch. Then why the BJP, which is running the central government, is worked up with an alliance of Kashmiri political parties contesting the DDC elections? And the answer is not just the fact that BJP brands them anti-national. There is more to it. Does BJP feel its best laid plans have gone wrong in Kashmir? Let us talk about that in this video today. The calculation gone wrong. A day before August 5, 2019, when Article 370 was abrogated from Jammu and Kashmir and it was bifurcated into 2 union territories, scores of political leaders were detained. Former Chief Minister with whom BJP ran a government in the state, Mehbooba Mufti, was sent into house arrest. The decision indeed came as a major shock for mainstream political parties of Jammu and Kashmir. A year later, as the People's Alliance of Gupkar Declaration was formed, their main agenda was to seek the restoration of full statehood to Jammu and Kashmir, among other agendas. BJP had a strong belief that the Gupkar Alliance parties will not participate in the upcoming DDC polls until their core demands regarding the newly formed Union Territory are met. Now, this would also open the political field in the state, all of it for only the BJP. It would have then easily swept the polls. The Gupkar Alliance decides to contest elections. Now the fact is the Gupkar Alliance, due to their stand on abrogation of Article 370, was conflicted whether to take part in polls or to boycott it. Mehbooba Mufti had even said that personally she was not in favor of contesting the elections, but then the alliance will take a final decision. The alliance had given all the signs of boycotting the election, but then recently it did a turnaround and decided to contest the elections. Now, this seems to have thrown the BJP off the hook in Kashmir, where it was confident of a clean sweep in the polls. A clean sweep in elections would also mean that there is a huge support for the abrogation of Article 370, which the mainstream political parties opposed. A challenge for the BJP. Along with 280 DDC seats, elections will be held to fill over 12,000 vacant seats in panchayats and more than 230 in urban local bodies. Elections were last held in Jammu and Kashmir back in 2018 when Ladakh was part of it. The National Conference and the PDP had boycotted these polls back then. The centre amended the Jammu and Kashmir Panchayati Raj Act of 1989 in October this year to set up 20 DDCs, 10 each in Jammu and Kashmir regions. Each DDC is to have 14 seats. While 2018 Panchayat polls were held on non-party basis, DDC election is taking place on party lines. On the other hand, the BJP will be facing the challenge from collective of mainstream Kashmiri political parties. Congress has also tagged along with them and entered into a seat sharing. In the first list, it did not have any candidate, but in the list that followed it had at least 3 candidates from the Congress party, and the very next day came Home Minister Amit Shah's tweet branding the alliance unholy. BJP, which is going solo, will have to face this collective, and the task seems tough for them. To understand how have the political parties in Jammu and Kashmir have received this statement from Amit Shah, we decided to speak to PDP spokesperson Syed Tahir. Here is what he had to say.
देखिए, सबसे पहली बात तो ये है कि अमित शाह जी इस देश के गृह मंत्री हैं, होम मिनिस्टर हैं। एक होम मिनिस्टर को ये शोभा नहीं देता है कि वो इस तरह की जुबान, इस तरह की भाषा का इस्तेमाल करें, गैंग वर्ड्स, इस तरह के ये नहीं लगता है कि ये किसी होम मिनिस्टर की भाषा है। ये लगता है जैसे किसी गैंगस्टर की भाषा है, ये जो भाषा वो इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं। एक ऐसी होम मिनिस्टर की कुर्सी जिसपे सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल बैठे हों, गुलजारी लाल नंदा जी बैठे हों, या हमारे जो थे पार्टी के बानी जो हैं मुफ्ती मोहम्मद सईद साहब बैठे हो, तो ऐसी कुर्सी पे एक शख्स बैठा है तो इस तरह की जुबान का इस्तेमाल करता है, उनको शोभा नहीं देता है। जहां तक ये एक नैरेटिव बनाने की, नैरेटिव सेट करने की बात कर रहे हैं, देखिए, इन्होंने 5 अगस्त 2019 को एक अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल फैसला लिया था और उसके बाद इनको लगा था कि हमारे जो यहाँ की जो मेन स्ट्रीम पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हैं इनको हम खत्म करेंगे, क्योंकि ये पॉलिटिकली तो ये हमारा मुकाबला नहीं कर सके, चाहे यहाँ पे पीडीपी हमारी जमात हो, या चाहे नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस हो, या चाहे बाकी जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हैं, पॉलिटिकली ये हमारा मुकाबला नहीं कर पाए। तो फिर इन्होंने दूसरी एक साजिश रचाई कि यहाँ पे जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल चेंज इन्होंने लाई, तो उसका मकसद ही इनका ये था कि ये जो यहाँ के पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हैं इनको खत्म करें। पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को डिस्क्रेडिट करने की इन्होंने कोशिश की। एक कंट्रोलर, एक नैरेटिव चला बराबर 1 साल, यहाँ से किसी को बात करने नहीं दी गई। और फिर इन्होंने एक डीडीसी का एक इलेक्शन करवाया, जो हाल ही में इन्होंने ऐलान किया डीडीसी का इलेक्शन करवाने का। तो दे वर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि ये पार्टीज जो हैं, ये पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज जो हैं, ये बायकॉट करेंगे, क्योंकि यहाँ पे पंचायती राज एक्ट जो हमारा जो यहाँ पे है उसके मुताबिक यहाँ पे जो पंचायत के इलेक्शन या बीडीसी के इलेक्शन हुए थे तो वो नॉन पार्टी बेस पे हुए थे। तो पहले इनको शायद खर्चा लगा कि शायद ये अपने कैंडिडेट उठाएंगे, फिर इन्होंने पार्टी बेसिस पे इलेक्शन कराने की बात की। उसका मकसद भी यही था कि हम इलेक्शन से दूर रहें। तो अब जब हमने इलेक्शन में आने का फैसला किया, हमने कहा कि हम जमहूरियत की स्पेस को खुला नहीं छोड़ेंगे, तो इनको एक जाहिर सी बात है, एक घबराहट सी आ गई है। इन्होंने जो झूठ बोला था देश के लोगों को पिछले 1 साल से कि ये पार्टीज हैं, ये खत्म हो चुकी है, वहां पर कोई इनके साथ नहीं है। अभी इनको खुद भी जो इनको रिपोर्ट्स आ रही हैं कि यहाँ पर जो है 90% जो सीट्स जो है वो गुपकार अलायंस, जो पीपल्स अलायंस फॉर गुपकार डिक्लेरेशन जो है वो जीत रहे हैं। तो जाहिर सी बात है ये इनकी बौखलाहट है। तो हम देख सकते हैं इनकी जो टांगे कांप रही हैं वो हम देख सकते हैं। उसी की एक वजह यह है कि होम मिनिस्टर को इस तरह की भाषा का इस्तेमाल करना पड़ा।
I mean, clearly, the Home Minister is a little feels a little uncomfortable because till yesterday his party was a part of PDP and also the PC. So they were a part of an alliance that was governing Jammu and Kashmir. So number one, if they were a gang, then why was it okay then and not okay now? Now, number two, we don't expect anything better than this from the BJP, because don't forget the BJP is the one that arrested not only the former ministers but also the 3 former chief ministers, out of which 2 were the union ministers. 2 very important is the fact that they are uncomfortable because they feel that tomorrow, when the People's Alliance will and in most likely sweep these polls, how would the August 5 decision that they took last year look when all of these people will come together and say that People's Alliance does not subscribe to what happened on August 5. So this is why they are a little jittery, and these are the reason none less than the Home Minister talking about it.
So did the BJP's calculation in the region went wrong? Did it undermine the political might of parties in Gupkar alliance? The answer will lie in the result of DDC elections only. Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.